what are your thoughts and your message? How do we ensure that we have even more entrepreneurs in this world?
Great question. Something I think about with my team at Slush all the time. But I will mention three things that come to my mind. So one is the role models, and I can tell you a short story of myself. So I already mentioned in this episode Miika Huttunen, the co-founder and CEO of Volt, and also former CEO at Slush. But when I was joining Slush as a volunteer, Miika was the CEO, and I looked like Miika, like how one can do things like Miika have done. And I felt like, okay, that's ambitious. I want to be somewhere there in the future. Obviously, at that point, I didn't know that I will eventually become the CEO. Well, now, having been here, and Miika having built Volt, a true global technology company, I'm once again looking how to get there. And maybe in the 5 years or 7 years, I'm once again looking the next step that Miika has done. So the importance of role models is incredibly important. And not just only in the typical sense, like what I mentioned, my story, but female founders, people of color, like these, it's incredibly important that there is somebody who you can relate to. And that's one way of getting more founders. Second one is remembering that companies who are building something hire for potential, not for experience. They hire people who have this radically explosive potential if given enough responsibility. Somebody who is young, inexperienced, but when given enough responsibility, they kind of like bloom into flower. And maybe thirdly, I have seen a numerous amount of like this, how we can create more founders, or how we can attract more talent, or how we can create more companies, like these different branding projects and so on. But in my opinion, in the end, the best way to build more founders and entrepreneurs is to build more successful companies. And what that means is that successful and growing companies attract talent globally. And after a few years when they have been in the company, they might start their own company. So it's this positive loop that only accelerates, and that's what we're seeing right now in Europe. This positive flywheel effect when success creates success. Like if we look back in Europe, Skype spanned out like over 30 different companies after the success. Same with Spotify. And now I think the same will happen with Volt.
Great views, great examples. Thank you, Miika, for those.